captain walks out. Sikandar Raza at 4. And he's got plenty of experience there. He becomes the oldest player to be playing the format. Zimbabwean player. 133 not out is best in this format. Oh, in the air. Safe. Just near to the right of that fielder. Short mid-wicket. Single, and he's off the mark. 76 for 2. Myers 20 of 20 could be blessing in disguise for Zimbabwe. He wasn't really timing it. Just opens the doors for Raza, and then Burl can hit him big. And so on and so forth to go up to Evans. It's such an important phase of the game from over number 7 to 15. Run rate is good, 8.4. Change here. He's played it nicely wide of that fielder at long off. Well, still get a single only. And Asum is back after being struck on that shoulder. Good to see him in action.
Nice wicket here. Just doesn't get the timing. It's the shorter delivery hard into the wicket from Saifuddin. The substitute fielder. Rishad takes it, simple catch.
Yeah, both these wickets that have fallen received first Marumani and then Myers, they played it straight to the fielder. They didn't have to move an inch to the right or left. And the fallen short, maybe hoping for some pace for the ball to carry.
Yeah, both of them have been the cross-pass shot to the shorter delivery. Just not finding timing. Points towards some slowness in this wicket often. Playing the pull shot is an instinctive reaction to the short ball. You've spent hours in the nets training into yourself. Sometimes when you have to wait for it a little bit longer than you generally want to, just never find the timing.
Yeah, that'll be a boundary. It's gone right through that fielder as short cover. Once again, another shot that's been hit hard. Almost inside out. He's made some room and played that.
He's absolutely powered this one away. And very clever shot because he knows get it. The left of that fielder at short cover. You've got to find a boundary if you've hit it cleanly.
Good boy. Again, just wrapping up on those 2 wickets. Both the catches have been squared of the wicket. Had there been pace, would have gone behind the square. Just gives you an example of how Bangladesh have improvised and understood what's required, and they varied their pace. They're not providing extra space to them and using those big boundaries to their advantage. Apish and found the gap. Wow. Those 2 fielders are very, very close to each other, and how perfectly he's bisected them. Boundary to end the over. 10 gone. It's 87 for 2. Have a look at that. Perfectly done. Well, halfway through, it's a drinks break. 87 for 2.
Tidy looking scorecard for Zimbabwe at the halfway stage. From Brian Bennett at the top of the order. Couple of We've been in the capital, Harare. We now have moved to the Queen's. Sports Club in Bulawayo.
Well, Tino,
Very well. Couldn't be better.
when you come to this part of the world, I just see your smile just go from ear to ear like a Cheshire cat.
One of the reasons is because of such a wonderful batting surface that we have almost all the time. In Bulawayo, the weather is great. Cold in the evenings and early mornings, but apart from that, can't complain.
Yeah, just the context of the game here, I can see Ryan Pearl just having the pads on and maybe going through a few scenarios in his head. Would he be the next one to come in, perhaps just to carry that momentum and add that impetus?
It's a good point that you make it, and a good question that you ask, because Ryan Pearl is certainly the man that Zimbabwe are looking to use as a finisher in T20 eyes. So if these two have a partnership that will go probably 3 or 4 more overs minimum, you would expect that he would be next in. The other batter they are looking to develop to be a finisher, Tashinga Msekiwa, still very much in the infancy of his career. Still a lot to learn at this level of the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Bennett strolls in next. I beg your pardon. If Ryan Pearl strides out next.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nicely left alone.
Yeah, he's got pace. Atta Ali Khan did say, doesn't matter where you play, pace is pace. Now, projections, I just feel maybe they've just slowed down a little bit. 171 at this rate, 185 at 10 runs to the over. Expect the last 5 to have fireworks. But definitely a slight lull, just slowing a little bit. I know we just had the drinks break and you got to ascertain where you are and what you're trying to achieve and not bring a new batter to the crease straight away. Nice little crowd that's come in. Bulawayo, they love their cricket out here. I expect Friday to be pretty full, and then Sunday even fuller.
Shot. There's a fielder back though, and he'll take it. Big boundary square of the wicket, and Brian Bennett couldn't get enough on it.
I did mention that when you do try and take the boundary on here outside of the power play, you've got to get all of it because it's such a big playing surface. He gets a lot of this, but it's not enough. Finds the fielder in the deep. And an excellent innings has come to an end, and that lull, that loss of momentum has brought about this wicket. Gone for 44, it's 90 for 3.
Three down now, Zimbabwe. 90 on the board and a ball to go in the 11th over. Your answer did Rainsford, Ryan Bill in next. 119 matches and just shy of 2,000 runs. Quick one to welcome Ryan Bill to the crease. It's 90 for 3.
No, Tino, it's a no ball.
No ball.
This takes you back to your umpiring. Yeah, no ball, free hit.
That discussion will be about what the no ball is for. Yeah, that should be for height, and I think that's a so free hit. Good Yorker. It's a good option. And he's got it perfect. 91 for 3.
Boleh set.
Bennett, chief contributor in the Zimbabwe innings, and the last one to go. 44 and 30. Zimbabwe will be buoyed to see him back in some form. outside edge.
Asih, Sath. Masuk.
Yeah, intentions to put the bowler under pressure straight away. Have a look at the wicket of Bennett again. Yeah, very big ground this. You've got to get all of it. And he thought he did. And maybe not the amount of pace he needed off the bat.
You got to get all of it and more, because he definitely got all of that. Probably just got less power on it because of the height of the ball. So it went a little bit higher in trajectory than flatter.
This is an excellent phase of play here for Bangladesh. With every dot ball, there's pressure building, but with every dot ball, they're shaving at least 2, 3, 4 runs where Zimbabwe could end up.
Have a look at that. That is the 2011 50 over World Cup shirt from Bangladesh, signed by the TV crew that's here today. Wow, that's a gem. 15 years ago. Oh, director's name. Chief cameraman.
I wasn't asked to sign it. What's
Let's
going
have
on
a
there?
look at the chief cameraman. He must be down there somewhere. Oh, there he is. It's on his camera.
Were you asked to sign it?
To sign at the World Cup in 2011. Not here.
Might as well frame that then.
That's well bowled. It's been a very good over so far from Tuskin Ahmed.
You know, when you get into a position that Zimbabwe are right now, where a little bit of momentum has been sucked out of where they need to end up or the presence they need to have at the crease, that particular shot there by Ryan Ball is not necessarily needed. Yes, it may fly off to the boundary and pick up a boundary, but I feel for him to get into the game, he needs to perhaps feel the ball on bat. He's on 0 off 6. Get Raza back on strike and build the momentum again. Because what you get yourself into here is that you lose another wicket.
.93 for 3. Very good previous over. Just 2 came from it. Mahidi back into the attack.
No, in there. Come in there.
26 of his previous 2 overs. Burl just 1 from 8. Make that 7 from 9. What a beautiful strike.
Yeah, that's some shot, Tino. After struggling to get it off the square, waltzes down the wicket, and this is effortless. But gosh, he has a beautiful swing of the bat. Straight down the ground. And some. Look at this fly.
Goes square on the offside. Brings up 100 for Zimbabwe with that boundary. Ryan Burl has awoken.
Yeah, so you see him waltz down the wicket and hit it over the bowler's head for 6. And then the comeback delivery. Look at this. Gives himself a little bit of room to create a hitting zone and a gap and power and precision.
Struck that too well for them to entertain thoughts of a second. But I was here yesterday afternoon, Monday afternoon at Rainsford, and he was having a very good hit, clearing the boundary easily in his net session. 31 dots in this Zimbabwean innings. A few more than they would have liked at this stage. Got a rush. Misfield helped Zimbabwe on that occasion. 105 for 3. Will get them 160, but the surface and the way it's played so far, you would feel that's not enough. Ed, you spoke about 182, they're going to have to go to 11 to achieve that. Big boundary down there, but Sikandar Raza doesn't care. Wow.
Gosh, he's hit that hard and he's hit it far. It's coming back. It landed on the roof. It'll take some retrieving, but have a look at this again. He picks it up early, and the sound it makes off the bat and the distance that it covers. He had everything in that, Sikandar Raza. So a couple of boundaries, and now just maybe given Zimbabwe that momentum back again.
It's a pity because on the visuals you can't see how far that ball's gone, how big a hit it is from Sikandar Raza. That ball's not coming back. Let's get a new one, lads. 5 sixes now in the Zimbabwean innings. We're talking about scores and projected scores, and the start that Zimbabwe's had, the way the surface is playing, I'll be disappointed not to get to that 180, wouldn't they?
It would be. Also with, the firepower they have, but look at that distance, just perspective for everybody at home. How far is it that? But you have to go a little bit to the right as well because it hit the roof. So a change of angle here, and it's been called wide. So a little bit of pressure on the bowler.
Have a look at this. He's on the front foot, then he just leans back to get the elevation. That is 10 meters. That'll be called wide, surely. maybe just inside the line.
You're having a shocker.
Shot. That's good. And the result is even better.
Now this is some shots. So he's trying to get away from the leg side, and he's trying to bowl this wide line to get Sikandaraza to reach. But in fact, he's creating another hitting zone because the natural angle creates that ability to free the arms, and he's never trying to hit this down.
And the fact that Sikandaraza is so good offside. He knows he can only bowl wide outside the off stump, so he just shifts across to the offside, so he's got easier access to the ball. Now, he opens up the leg side slightly. He goes straight down the ground and out. The captain, Ridoy, takes the catch. And a short, entertaining innings from Sikandaraza comes to an end.
Yeah, look, this is the modern player. When they believe it's there to be hit, when they believe that they can clear boundaries, if they believe it's in the slot and it's there to hit, I think a subtle change of pace, not the timing and power and distance, and finds the fielder in the deep. And another slight depression in this innings by Zimbabwe. Gone for 20, it's 116 for 4.
Milton Schuba. 31 matches in his T20I career, 66 his best score. And he comes back into the Zimbabwean side after a number of years. And off the mark straight away.
Have a look at the wicket again. He believes it's in the slot, but it's more the wrist work here rather than the levers and the wrist work to get the distance. But Saifuddin, he picks up an important wicket there because Sikandaraza was just getting into his groove.
Good running. Was almost straight to the fielder, but the call was early and made the run easy. 118 for 4. It's up to Pearl, Shumba, Madande, and Musekiwa. Evans as well, who we might actually see elevated in Rainsford. The form he's in with the bats. Nicely played. Hasn't looked to force it. Gets enough under it. So it gets over that short third fielder. In fact, when I look at that lineup, I would get Brad Evans in next drop. He's in great form with the bat. There'll be five full overs at the end of this one to be bowled. You want somebody in that kind of form to be batting for as long as possible.
That's a fair point. Adande looks like he's the one that's ready to come, but I like the fluid thinking that you have, Tino, and the out-of-box thinking, because it's a situation where you need a lot more power, and you need to give whoever's got that power as many overs as possible.
That's a solid block.
Carried to cover. They talk about hard hands. Those are some hard hands, but he's just gesturing here that it stops in the wicket, because I think this was more of a push down to long off.
This is good from Mahedi, and you can see what he's trying to do. Getting to the top of his mark quickly. He wants to deliver as many balls as quickly as possible. To Shumba. Keep him quiet. That's good running. Good backing up, running off the long off boundary from Imon.
Opening partnership of 37 meant Zimbabwe were 54 for one after the power play. Been involved in those two partnerships early on. And then Gul and Raza just 26. Would have liked a little bit more, but good period of play for Bangladesh. As they picked up the wicket of Raza just before he cut loose.
Struck hard, struck down. Close to his right hand. He reached out to grab that opportunity. It's a difficult one. Goes very quickly. Saif Hassan coming in and then not being able to stop that. I was struck very, very hard. Then the passage of play after the first 6 overs, you mentioned 54 for one Darlington. Might have got a bit of a fingertips on that. But in the next 9 overs, 68 for 3. There, Bangladesh pulled it back.
Another good start here. Bennett has been key at the top of the order for Zimbabwe. Got 2 boundaries in the first over from Tuscan Ahmed. Cheeky little chip. First 6 in the Zimbabwe innings. Very strong. Whenever you give him room outside the off stump, he punishes you. And you see that 3 times behind square towards the practice surfaces at Queen Sports Club.
Well, they started well. First player out of 37. Brian Bennett was looking good. But then having starts and not carrying on has been a little bit of an issue for Zimbabwe.
I think that the Bangladesh bowlers, the seam bowlers in particular, have been good. The legs, look at this one, short. square of the wicket. Another one that's short and caught square of the wicket. They changed their lengths a little shorter. And then Brian Bennett, the other one who falls to a short delivery, square of the wicket, this time on the offside. And then Skandar Raza not truly able to get underneath this one.
Yeah, the pair of Mohammad Saifuddin and Nahid Rana, they've come to take that second run pretty easily. Both bowlers picking up 2 apiece in that period of time from the 7th over to the 5th over. But now Zimbabwe will need to find someone like Ryan Byrne. He can finish it off nicely. Yes, he would need support from Shumba and the rest. You have Brad Evan in the ranks also. But with this kind of a start, you're going at this current rate is 166. But if you have wickets in hand, it can be 180, even more.
To get there, they're going to need a couple of 15 plus runs and over. Get a batter who can find 2, maybe 3 boundaries in an over. That'll 80. That's 13 runs and over, 188.
The first delivery was a boundary, then they got a 2 and singles, a 7 already. You pick up a single, the open spaces on the open spaces, all you got to do is put back to ball, anything goes down the leg side, a single is available. Ryan Byrne has been impressive. 16 of 16, 4 and a 6 to his credit. Right. What does Shumba has to offer here? 9 of 7 at the moment. And he picks this length up. The rough fielders in the deep. Shout from the bowler is 1. But they'll come back. No, they don't. Good work. Really good work in the deep.
See what he was trying to do. There is those deep pockets. Just to the right of, to the left of long on. Wideish long on. Big deep pockets there. You get it into that pocket. It's going to be a couple. But Ridoy, the captain, just very quickly off the ropes.
10 in that over. After 16, Zimbabwe 132. Scorecard 100 will get them 165. They'll be eyeing to get somewhere around 175, 180 from here on. Especially if someone like Ryan Byrne stays on. Yes, we've seen Shumba also. Pretty busy.
Yeah, needed 2 boundaries and over to get to 180 plus from here on.
Taskin starts with the wide. Yeah, when you talk about boundaries, you need to look at the field set for Taskin Ahmed for the left-hander. Both being left-hander. Ryan Byrne is on strike. So if he bowls fuller, it's on the offside. That ball that he's just grabbed it, the Ridoy, he's inside the circle at mid-off. So he can either go over the top on the offside, or if he gets inside the line of the ball, he can go behind the square. Short fine is there, but there's nothing behind. There is deep square leg and deep mid wicket. These are probably the areas, even over top of the covers. So you cannot afford to bowl full here. Third inside the circle also. Yeah, it's back of the length. So there'll only be a single. It's a good delivery.
Hard into the wicket seems to work at Queen Sports Club this afternoon. Just hits Ryan Byrne high up around the spice of the bat, so he's just not got power. He's looking to clear cow corner.
spoke about the boundaries. It's been now 6 deliveries since the last boundary. That one came with the first delivery of the previous over from Saif Hassan. Straight to the field, that was an opportunity, but just couldn't find the gap.
It's the length here that makes it difficult for Milton Shumba to go over the field to extra cover. Again, it's hard that just short of a good length, just outside the line of the off stump, with the two fielders in an arc from backward point through cover boundary. Difficult to find boundaries in that area off that length.
This is Fuller, but again he found the fielder in the covers. No, then I thought there was an opportunity for Shumba to put that away.
Right up into the block all this time from Taskin Ahmed, and beautifully well set field here. Just creative novelty for me. Get the two men almost in a line. Mid off and very straight extra cover.
It's the length, it was the length that just didn't allow Shumba to free his arms. Goes right into the line, but he's a clever bowler. He saw the batter, so it stays on the offside because I'm to play it on the onside. This is turning out to be a very good over under the circumstances for Taskin and Bangladesh.
Wonderful change of pace as well to complement. We saw Shumba shuffling across the wicket to try and open up the leg side. He's followed him, gone wider and slower. To change of bat here for Ryan Pearl. Change of fortune for Zimbabwe as he changes his gloves as well.
Yeah, it's been a good over so far. Still a couple of deliveries to be bowled in this over. Change of bats, heavier bats. Looking to play a few big shots. Clear the field. Yes, this is over the top. And shut off, it is. Something comes from a long on. It's still not enough from the middle part of the bat. Otherwise, this should have gone to the boundary. So again, good one from Taskin Ahmed. This is steering down his bat now.
Yeah, this is probably the only real error from Taskin Ahmed in that he's allowed Ryan Pearl to get underneath this one. But he's just not found the power to get it over the boundary.
Yeah, he got the bottom part of the bat, didn't it? That's why he was looking to the bowler. He's mixed it up, he's gone on. Take the pace off the ball, he's gone fuller, he's gone wider. Zimbabwe going at a rate of just above 8 runs in over, 139 for 4. In comes 9 runner. He's bowled 2 overs, he's gone for only 3 runs, he's picked up 2 wickets. What a spell. What a spell, is back. He needs to complete his full quota. She'll be bowling this one and the last one also. 12 deliveries since the last boundary now, so a little bit pressure on to this pair. They've added 23 of 22 deliveries. They need to kick on here. Goes inside the line and finds the fielder. Straight into the hands of Taskin Ahmed. He picks up his 3rd wicket. He can do no wrong. Nahid Rana.
Wonderful bowling again here by Nahid Rana. It's full, very, very full, very, very straight. The line of the stumps, he just had to follow Milton Shumba slightly outside on the full, and he can only find Taskin Ahmed.
Musakewa is the new batter. Shots of catch it. This should be taken, and it is. He's got 2 and 2, and he will be on a hat trick. He's only played 4 one-day international, including this one, Naid Rana. Beg your pardon, T20 international, and he's got his best figures in. Wrong, legal delivery, and another one goes.
Again, it's the straight fall into the line of the stumps. Tasingam Sekiwa thinks it's in the slot, but doesn't get hold of it. He faces just one delivery for no runs, 139 for 6.
I just was thinking whether he should have been sent up the order, but now he's in the middle. Brad Evans on a hat trick, Naid Rana. So far, no one from Bangladesh has picked up a hat trick in a T20 international. Is he going to be the first one? Oh, playing a miss. And take nothing away from Naid Rana. He's simply been brilliant. In his third over, he's got figures of 4 for 3.
And 2 from 2 for him. Milton Schuba first, and then Tashingam Sekiwa goes after the first one he faces. And he holds out to at long on. From a really promising start, the wheels have fallen off here for Zimbabwe. And 180 look possible. Getting to 150 would be exceptional from here.
I think what Zimbabwe batters could have done better in terms of while facing someone like Naid Rana to be a little bit more defensive. They took him on right from the word go. He picked up a wicket in his very first over, and also picked up these 2 wickets here. In between, there's only another wicket. So he's got 4 wickets, but look at his economy here. It's simply amazing, isn't it? In his third over, this is a T20 international. It's on a good batting surface. He's picked up 4 for 4. Incredible. Incredible figures. This one might just go through. It does. He finishes off nicely here. Ryan Ball puts that away. The last ball of his third over. 144 for 6. You can see that after the 14th over, you can see the Manhattans, the big buildings have just gone on a shorter side. So Bangladesh pulling it back in the last few overs. Saifuddin also has been very impressive. Into the pads, so just flicked away for a single.
Bolle.
16 balls for this final delivery in this night runner over. 16 balls between boundaries for Zimbabwe. Just how well Bangladesh have bowled as we get towards the end of this Zimbabwe innings.
Yeah, 2 for 29 his figures, Mohammad Saifuddin. Just making sure that he's got the right field set. Wide signaled. He's looking for that wide yorker where you really see the batters, even they try to go and reach it out, they cannot put back to ball. But this is a little bit too wide.
I pulled on legs.
Yeah, it's a plan. A lot of sides who bowl to Ryan Burl at the back end of a Zimbabwe innings have used against him. Very strong if you get into the line of the stumps. You can get underneath some half volleys and low full tosses. So it's very effective if you stay outside the line of the off stump and give him no pace to work with.
Yeah, taking the pace of the ball on surfaces like this is quite a skill, isn't it? Because you need to be confident. You know that if you get it wrong, then you're looking to see the ball sail over and go out of the park. But he's used it nicely. Mohammad Saifuddin. Again a short one. Again it's a little bit too wide. He's really going after it, isn't he, Ryan Burl?
10 deliveries left in the Zimbabwe innings. Consensus is a score above 180 is what you require here. So has to try and find a way. A couple of boundaries in this over at least.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, the batting side is looking for batters to pick up boundaries. To give them that lift to the total that you're trying to defend when they come on to a bowl. It's all about boundaries from here on. They have 4 wickets in hand. They have someone like Ryan Bull, who's set 27 of 23. With Brad Evans, we know what he did with the bat. Remember, he took 22 the last over in one of the one-day internationals. Can he get going? Can he get going in that direction? It's a slow delivery. Clever piece of bowling from Mohammad Saifuddin.
Seen Brad Evans give himself a little bit of room towards the leg side because there's 4 fielders inside the circle on the offside. He's gone too far. And as long as it's inside that blue line, on the batsman's side of that blue line, can't be called wide.
You're rolling the fingers over, bowling that off cutter. Again, this time there'll be a wide. So it's going to be his 3rd wide in this over. Even with those 3 wides, he hasn't conceded a boundary. The ball just cramping him. That single, 150 on the board.
From Mohammad Saifuddin. Yes, there's 3 wides in there, but no boundaries. And 2 dot balls and 2 singles. Leg by. Just shows you how well he's bowled. There's a little bit of an acceleration towards the end of this Zimbabwe as the 3rd 50 comes off 38 deliveries.
This time, shouts of dudes in the gap that should come back for the second they do. So with that couple of runs of the last bowler. Right, they would want to have the biggest over so far has been 15 runs, which was the 3rd over of this innings. ball by Mahdi Hassani. A couple of sixes for the first two deliveries. Right, Nahid Rana has got the ball. 152 on the board. Brad Evans on strike. Yeah, it's gone past that. That's a good area to target because the mid-off is inside the circle. So anything above or to the left of the bowler is a boundary. Good start to the over.
Intelligent response here from Brad Evans. Just clears the front foot, gets that left foot out of the way. He knows it's in the block hole. He's got to stay on the back foot, get the foot out of the way. Swing straight. It's a boundary from the first delivery.
A very good start. But you need to ensure that he can pick up another boundary. If not, just get Ryan Burl on strike. Shouts of catch it. It's one bounce to a fielder at a long off. Only a single. Skipper Tawheed Ridoy. That's long off. Yeah, 5 of the first 2 deliveries. Ryan Burler, 29 of 24 with a couple of 4s and 1 6 in his innings so far. Where is he going to think that he can pick up a boundary here? The fielder in third comes inside the circle. There's also short fine legs, so anything behind the stumps, they get past those 2 fielders, it's a brown written all over it. Yeah, just a single well ball.
It's good execution from Nahid Rana. All 3 deliveries he's bowled in his final over. Spot on. He did a really spectacular shot from Brad Evans to find the boundary of the first delivery. And this one again, very full, very full. Difficult for Ryan Burl to get underneath this one and find the boundary.
Yeah, he's eyeing to bowl those scorching Yorkers in the death. And once in a while, when the bowlers try, and if he doesn't get right, then it turns out to be low full toss. So that means the batter needs to prepare for that loose delivery. Nice, very nice, beautiful, cheeky, effective for more.
Yeah, when a bowler's bowling this well at you, you've got to innovate. You've got to think outside the box and find shots that take advantage of the fielding restrictions, and that's what Brad Evans does here. Just little dance inside the line to get it over, short fine leg.
That's the area that we were talking about. Just a couple of deliveries earlier. What are the batter's options? Go down the ground or the top of the infield. Now they push back all those 2 fielders. The fielder at a deep square leg comes inside the circle. The fielder short fine goes back to the fence. It's all happening. 10 of the first 4 deliveries. It's a full toss. There you go. It sails over. All the way to the maximum. 6 more.
He's kicked the opponent out of this one as Brad Evans because it's that low full toss. Atta Ali Khan was just talking about how hard it is to get away. And we're just going to have another close look to see if it's cleared the ropes. I think it's just in the field of play. Really long boundary towards power corner.
I thought it was sailed over, initial thought, but it just stopped short of the fence, the boundary rope, so it is single of 4. But what an over this is turning out to be. 14 already. He was aiming, he was looking for that low full toss because the Yorker was not on the money. 14.
Straight at his luck by just moving around, staying leg side of one, getting inside of one to find boundaries off Nahid Rana, who's bowled quite well despite the fact that he's gone for 14. And then now he's inside the line and smashed it away for the perfect finish to the Zimbabwe innings. As the great form Brad Evans has been in continues. He